It's been a while since my last YouTube video, like a year per se. And a lot of things have happened. A lot of things have happened. So, where do I start? It's so weird being in front of the camera because like I'm not an in front of the camera talking type of person. I'm more so just taking video of what's in front of me and just letting everyone enjoy the vibes. But lately I haven't really, well, this past year I haven't really gone anywhere. Um and I'll get into why. So since it's been the last year, let's talk about my location. So when I moved into a new place last year, I'm still in the same place. I'm still at the same school. I actually like the school. I love the students. I love the people I work with. They don't make it hard. They don't make it difficult. The students can be a challenge, but that I guess that just comes with teaching. Unfortunately, this will be my last year in Korea because I am ready. I am so ready to come home. Like I've been homesick a couple times, but I'll get into that later. So two, I have hair on my head. My last video I think was probably like a wig video and I was like talking about the wigs and my hair was short. So this is my hair length now. But I'm trying to keep it from like thinning out. So like literally for a year straight, it's been wigs, braids, or these locks. Like I'm tired. I was tired of being bald. So, and I didn't want to go home with no hair on my head. I wanted to go home with some hair on my head. And so currently, like I said, this is how long my hair is now. I'll try to post a picture of the last time I got a haircut and how short my hair was. Like I said, it's really just been a year since I started growing out my hair. But I'm really just surprised that like a lot of things has just been happening as far as like this past year. So like hair is one because I haven't been used to like wearing my hair in braids when I first got here because I was always getting like a buzz cut and just keeping it short because it was just easier. Like I can just get up, brush, get my waves popping and go. But this time, like I was like, you know what, let me invest some money into like making my hair grow. And so I found a really good braider here in Pyeongtaek, well Songtan technically. And she been doing my hair ever since. Like she's been on this hair growth journey. Every time I go with her, she's like, oh Danya, Doni, your hair, it's growing so much. And I'm like, yes, girl, because it's all because of you. You laying these braids. I'm telling you, sis, you laying these braids. But shout out to Precious. She's no G. She a real one. Third, my guitar progress. I am still taking guitar lessons. I started lessons in February 2021. So next year will be 2 years that I've taken guitar lessons. I don't think I've gotten a little bit better. It could be better if I practice more. But I'll post a video of one of the very first songs that I learned once I started taking lessons. Well, the second song that I learned when I started taking lessons. I'll post it right here. fourth thing, I want to talk about at one point in December, I experienced a real bad depressive episode. There was a lot of things going around. Like, one of my friends left to go back home after her contract was up, and she was like one of the ones who would like get me out the house to do spontaneous stuff. On top of it, like getting cold here in Korea. And I also had another friend that left around the same time that my homegirl left. And it was just so much at one time, and like Korea wasn't getting any sun. Like I was literally waking up and it would look like overcast, like no, like literally no sun for a week straight. And it was to the point where I was waking up crying. Like I woke up crying. I didn't have a bad dream. I didn't have a nightmare. I just woke up, did a big sigh like that, and then like tears was flowing down my fucking face. I was like, this is ghetto. This is trash. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. So, I had to find a fix, and I started like leaving my blinds open at night so that way I could wake up to some kind of light. But then if there was no sunlight, I would just, my lamp right here, I would just turn the lamp on. And usually I never turn the lamp on because I have a big window right here that'll give me all the sunlight or all the, natural light that I need. But like I said, I just turn the lamp on and try to get through my day. I would sometimes go outside, like when I didn't have any classes, I would go downstairs outside of my job building and just sit outside and just soak up any kind of, outdoor energy. And then on top of that, like I just became really, really homesick. Like I felt like it was time for me to go home. Like I was missing home. And I still miss home, which is one of the big reasons why I'm trying to get up out of here. Like I will be going, this is my 3rd year here in Korea. And I'm going on 3 years of not even being home to see my family. Like I've lost family members, family friends. I'm seeing my friends like, move on with life. And it's kind of like, it kind of hurts because I'm just like, I'm missing everything. I miss my best friend's wedding. My friends are like having all these milestones. Friends are getting pregnant and having babies. I'm missing baby showers. And so I just feel like, my friends and family back home are just like, moving on without me. And I can't just tell them like, hey, stop, don't get married, don't have no babies. Hold death for a minute until I get back because I want to see you. I can't really just say things like that because life just moves. And so that's one of the big reasons why I'm just ready to come home. And plus I'm ready to, I'm too complacent here in Korea. I'm tired. I'm burnt out. So I'm ready to go. Another thing, 5. I recently turned 30. I turned 30 years old in July. And I literally have been dreading turning 30 since July 2021. Like the day I turned 29, I was like, what the fuck? I'm turning 30 in a year. Like I literally have a year left in my 20s, and it was too much. It's too much. And unfortunately, the week of my birthday, I caught COVID. I've been avoiding this son of a bitch for 2 years, and it finally hit me. And I blame one of my students. They gave me a high five while he was leaving. And it's nothing out of the normal. Like he always gives me a high five. Like in this particular class, they love to give me high fives when they're leaving. Oh my God, it's raining. I'm glad I got my window closed. But this class always gives me high fives when they're leaving. They're like, oh teacher, high five, high five. I'm like, yeah, that's no problem. But literally the next day, the same kid that was in that class was out because he was sick with COVID. And I was like, I didn't think nothing of it. I really didn't think anything of it until Saturday evening after I came back from guitar. And I started feeling like really, really shitty. Like my throat was hurting. I was like, what? I really didn't think anything of it. I'm thinking it's because I sleep with a fan on upstairs because it gets hot up there in the summertime. So I'm thinking it's because I slept right in front of the fan. I'm like, okay. Sunday I go out on a nice little outing with a friend. And I just felt even more shit. Like that morning I woke up, I was coughing, throwing up. It was just terrible. Still again, I didn't think nothing of it. My date went nice. And then I left. And I had to take a bus home. While I get on the bus and ended up falling asleep on the bus. And I didn't realize like I was at my apartment until I woke up. Like I was like knocked out. The bus stopped and I woke up and I looked because I was sitting next to the door. And I looked and I was like, oh, okay, we just stopped. And then I was like, wait a minute, we outside of my apartment building. So I get up and I'm fumbling for my card and I'm just like, oh shit, let me hurry up and go. And so I'm walking like a zombie to my building. I'm like, I still didn't think nothing of it. I get home and get out my clothes so I can get comfortable. And bitch, I am shivering. It's July and I'm cold. So I was like, okay, maybe let me turn the AC off. I turned the AC off. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll get warm. I'm still shivering. I was like, let me go upstairs and let me go lay down under the covers. I'm still shivering. And I don't know why I didn't click, because the last time I got the shivers was when I had COVID before it was COVID. And it took me 2 hours to warm up. So I get upstairs in the bed and I wrap up in the covers and I ended up falling asleep. It was like 7 p.m. I don't even give it that. It may have been 6 p.m. I slept from 6 p.m. all the way to 8 a.m. the next morning. Didn't think shit about it until the next day. And I was like, I texted my best friend and I was like, I think I have COVID. I think this is COVID. And he was like, oh shit, blah, blah, blah. I texted my dad. I was like, Dad, I think I have COVID. Why you think you got COVID? Well, my temperature's high, one, and I feel terrible. This isn't a summer cold. I don't get summer colds. I mean, I used to when I was younger, but this is not a cold. So I go to work because I just think I'm having a regular cold. But I still go to work and I go to the pharmacy because I'm cool. Like, I'm cool with the ladies at the pharmacy in my work building because they speak English. And we always converse and they laugh at me. They think I'm funny. But they weren't there. And there was another lady there who, I'm okay with. Like, she knows who I am. And she gave me the COVID test. Luckily, when I got to my work building, there were no students. There was nobody in the building. And so I went into the back room and I took the test. And the motherfucker came out positive. And I was like, oh shit. So I locked myself in my classroom and I text my boss. I text the guy one of the other admin, and I was like, yeah, I have COVID. What do I need to do? She tells me to go to a Korean doctor, and they took me to a ears, nose, and throat doctor that does tests. And the same $10 test that I paid for at the pharmacy, they did the same shit to me inside the doctor's office. I was like, I could have avoided a doctor bill. Luckily, insurance is like really good. But he was like, yeah, you got COVID. And you need to be on quarantine. And I guess they wanted me to go to the doctor because I have to be on government quarantine. And quarantine is vastly different from the United States. Quarantine here, like when I first got to Korea, quarantine was real strict. Like they were like, it was 2 weeks in like literally by yourself. The government puts a tracker on your phone through an app. And it can tell if you leave. Now I had already, like back then when I first came to Korea, I had already tested negative for COVID. But I still had to quarantine for 2 weeks because it was like literally the height of COVID. And they didn't want me to get sick or anything. And it wasn't just, foreigners, like actual natives here had to quarantine if they were coming back into the country. But this time, quarantine was a little lenient. I only had to do 1 week of quarantine. And it was still hell because it was the week of my birthday. So I literally spent my 30th birthday in quarantine. I threw myself a party. I'll try to post some pictures here. I took a nice little mini photo shoot. I bought myself a cake from Baskin Robbins. I thought it was just like a regular cake, but it was an ice cream cake, and I had put it in my refrigerator. It melted. I bought pizza and wings, and I called one of my best friends, and we sung myself happy birthday here in the house while he was on his way to work. And I was kind of sad because I had planned to like go out and do things, but my 30th didn't go as planned in the moment. But I ended up waiting until Chuseok weekend, which was early September, and I went to Daegu and just hung out with a group of friends and just had fun. And I just like, sometimes it's okay to wait, and sometimes it's okay to just let things roll out. Like, and I think in that moment I learned that slow down, just slow down. I kind of like anticipated turning 30 as if I was like rushing through my 20s, the last year of my 20s, but like I just, in that moment I learned to just be patient and slow down, be kind, don't be too hasty with things. And I'm kind of glad that I waited to celebrate my 30th because like I was able to have my entire group of friends, and plus I made some more new friends in the moment. And I'm kind of glad that I did wait. After turning 30, I did decide to make some lifestyle changes because I was tired of the way I felt about myself. So when one of my other friends got back into Korea, the same one that left in last year, she came back. She was like, "Oh, I want to start working out. They have a gym in my building." I was like, "Okay, cool. Well, can I use your gym? You know, because I don't want to pay for. First of all, gym memberships here are fucking atrocious in these prices. But I told her, I was like, I don't want to pay for a membership right now, but I do want to be able to have access to a free gym. She was like, yeah, we can work out together. And so, August, I want to say 15th or 16th, we started working out, and she would do like 2 days, work out in the morning, work out in the evenings. I couldn't get up, but I started working out with her every evening. Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays were like my rest days because Fridays I had to go to sleep for guitar, I had to wake up Saturday for guitar. She liked to be out and about. I didn't want to use her gym without her being there. And then Sundays was really just my rest day in general. But then I got used to the idea of working out, and I was like, oh my God, I really like working out. And I felt weird if I missed a day. So I started working out Monday through Friday. Saturdays and Sundays was rest. And I was like, is this life? Is this what it's about to be? And then one of my friends that I met here, he's back home. I told him I started to go to the gym, and he was like, well, I can be your virtual PT, and I can help you, like, you know, create the schedule. Even though I'm not there, I can still, you know, motivate you and tell you some workouts that you can do. I was like, yeah, cool, that's fine. So he created me a schedule, and the schedule had me working out Monday through Friday. Saturdays was a light workout day, either like walking in a park or just doing something you felt like you missed out on during the week. And then Sundays was actual rest day. And so like I started following the schedule, and I was like, okay, I like this. And then I started noticing my clothes started fitting a little bit different. I was like, oh, okay. And then after Chuseok, like right before Chuseok, I decided to go ahead and invest in a gym membership. And I was like, yeah, let's do it, because I kind of want access to more equipment, more workout equipment. And my friend's gym was nice, but it didn't have a lot of equipment, and I wanted more equipment and more space to do things. And I just didn't feel like walking all the way to her place anymore. So I decided to get a gym membership, and I only have to walk 10 feet from my building to go. I will say it was expensive, but I paid up for 3 months. So my membership ends December 12th, and I caught them on a special. And so now I work out. When I started the gym membership, I started working out every day. A week after I get the membership, I decide to work out in the mornings. And so I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bitch? Because this is not something you would usually do. You wasn't the same person 2 months ago. So now I work out in the morning and in the evenings. Mornings are always optional. That's if I can get up. And some days, like, I'll just go in the mornings and do cardio and come back and take a slow start to my morning. Or some days I'll do cardio and then do like a quick ab workout because I hate doing abs. And then I'll, you know, go back home, shower, and relax and start getting ready for work. But now it's like I'm used to going to bed at like 2:30 the latest at 2:30 in the morning. Now I'm going to bed before 12, at least by 1:30. And I'm waking up at 8:30 in the morning to go to the gym. And I'm like, is this the change you envisioned for yourself, bitch? Because you're just doing a lot. But it's looking damn good. And I'm really liking the way that I look. Like, I feel so much better. I feel a little bit lighter on my toes. I'm starting to look way better in clothes that I didn't look good in before. And I'm really proud of myself. I ain't gonna lie. I'm really proud of myself. I knew I could do this because the gym isn't new to me. The gym ain't new to me. But I think it was just, I needed the push to start going. Because once I start going, it gets easier for me. So I've been going to the gym since August 15th. And it's now October. Right now, the date is October 3rd. That I'm filming this. I don't know how much weight that I've lost. But I'll post a picture maybe here. And so you can see how much weight that I've lost. Or you can see not weight that I lost. You can see the difference in my clothes and in my body. But that's everything that's been going on with me. I didn't intend for this. I just hit 20 minutes on this video. I didn't intend for this video to be that long, but I felt like I owed YouTube an update on my life. I will try to film more, do more vlogs for my last year here, because I definitely didn't do any of these last year, but I didn't do anything. So yeah, that's where my life is. If you want to keep following me, I do post a lot of TikToks. You can follow me on TikTok. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'll link everything in the bio, and I'll just put it right here so you can see it really quick. Feel free, if you have any questions for me about coming to Korea, you can message me on YouTube here, or you can message me on any of the social media apps. I do answer and respond. I've probably helped helped 2 people or talked to 2 people about coming here, and to help them get their, just give them some more information to make them feel comfortable about coming here. And so far, those 2 people are still here, and they're loving it, and they're enjoying their time. So, like I said, nothing has happened this past year, but there are new things that are happening now. And hopefully you guys stay tuned. Why the fuck did I put up a 3? What? Crackhead shit. Anyway, see you guys on the next video. Bye.